Hey everybody, welcome back to Fatoria, located in the hills of Tuscany. This is Miyumyu. I'm just hanging out right now with the chickens early in the morning. I was trying to make sure that they have enough feed to last them, and it looks like they're okay. They're hardly making a dent um, on the grains that we have just supplied to them not long ago. And there's 50 of them now, and it looks like they're doing really well. If we can look in here, looks like their health is very good. We have, I think these are, they're all, oh, we have 6-month-old chickens. These are the ones, the new ones that we just bought from the animal market when we went over there, and we were driving last week. And then these are the original hens that we had from before. It looks like their reproduction is still saying 50%, so they might have babies soon, and we might see little chicks, but for now there's no extra chicks that I have seen. But all the new chickens are doing pretty well, and we still have our rooster with us. So yeah, they're doing good. As far as I've seen, they are really making a lot of eggs over here. Yeah, they're making quite a good amount of eggs. We have about 72 cartons of eggs over here, so that's something that we can now sell. I wonder if how is the price of eggs right now? Let's look. So the eggs they're buying eggs right now. The most that it is in the bakery. And it looks like the price of the eggs is still down. So we might want to hold off. It looks like the price of eggs is the highest in November, but I don't know about waiting for that long. But I think it's gonna keep going up. It's right now April. It will go up. Probably maybe if we just wait a little bit more until maybe June, that might be a good time to sell, and then the next time to sell is November. So we're gonna hold off on that one. So that's good. I have spoken to Giada, and she was very happy about the when the chickens came in last week, and she was saying that maybe we should do something about securing their source of food. So with that in mind, I was thinking about like looking around for the fields that maybe we can lease from a farmer. There is a good field not far from here. If I can just pull up my map. There's a good field right just over here. This is field number 4. I was looking around for a good plot, and this is just right out from where we end when we exit out of the complex next to the farm, the housing complex there. Once you exit, it actually takes you right there at field number 4. And I was looking around in the application, in the app, what needs to be done by for that field, and it looks like really I don't think it needs to be plowed. I'm turning off every other filter, and it doesn't look like it needs to be plowed. It it does have stones, so that's not a problem. We can always either roll it down, just like what we did with the grass field, if they're small enough. But if they're big enough, then we'll have to get a stone picker and pick up the stones. So that's something that we will have to find out. But I was thinking about leasing this plot. Another functionality that I have overlooked before is that you can actually look up all of these farmlands, and you can actually see how much they're renting it per week, or as it shows on our things per day, but it's really for per week for me. So if we're looking over here, now this is not number 4 right here. This is actually field 29. So if we look at our map and we actually look at the farmland number, this is actually farmland number 120. So let's go back to here. So farmland 120 is right here, which actually is field number 4. And they are renting it for 234 euros a week, which I think we can afford now after we just got ourselves a surprise payday last week of about 80,000 euros just collecting collectibles all over the town. So I think that's not a bad thing, and I think I'm just gonna do it just now. So I'm going to lease this. So the reason why I'm thinking about leasing this, like I said, is because to secure the chickens some food. I don't see any more harvest for wheat. And so I'm looking at the crop calendar, and we can still plant sorghum because the chickens eat wheat, barley, and sorghum. So we can still plant sorghum, but we have to be quick because it's now like, I mean, we still have some time, but I really don't want to, waste that much time while we're renting the plot. So I'm thinking about like planting sorghum like as soon as possible. So let's go ahead and just rent that out so that way we can have it. So we're gonna lease this one. And yes. So now that is now ours. So that being said, I am just going to go ahead and see if I can buy the soil information for this plot. That way we can save money with the fertilizer and the lime and stuff, because I think it does need lime. So let's just purchase the soil information, 1,925. All right, so let's do that. So now we see that there's mostly loam and part sandy loam on this field. Okay, we're gonna have to lime it because it's only around 5.75, so it does need some lime and it doesn't have that much nitrogen, so we're gonna have to fertilize it. I am not surprised. So that is what we're going to do. On top of that, let me just check the shop in town for any kind of deal that we can use for our farm. What is this? Is this a Oh, yes. I think we hit the jackpot. This is being sold for 63% off. This is a forage wagon, and we are in need of forage wagon. We did buy a front mower for sale before, and that was 59% if I can remember correctly. So this is, looks like Sweet Maker or Sweet Mocker. So let's see how much it is in actuality before the sale. That's a big sale right there, 63%. It's 100,000. Lord, wow, that is a big bargain. And we were looking to buy this Pottinger for 30,000, and I believe, let me double check. This one is just being sold for 6,000 euros more. What a bargain. What a bargain. But before we get it, I want to make sure that that our biggest tractor can pull it. Okay, so it's 150 horsepower requirements. So let's look at here. And let me look at our medium tractor. Oh, okay. We can pull it. 170 on the Massey and 190 on the Valtra. I wonder if our small tractor can even pull it. Yep, I think we're good. I think we're good. So we are going to bring that baby home. Let me just look at it. It looks like we're going on the way of the red because the mower that we bought for sale or on sale was also red. A bit darker red than this, but red nonetheless. Oh, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Silage tank additive. I've heard about this, but how much is that? 2,000. I don't know. Do I want to? That will definitely increase. Well, let's hold off on that one because I'm not really sure how that thing works. But something like silage additives. I mean, we are going to be making silage. Well, you know what? Let's just get it. I mean, we have the money for it. Let's just get it. So we'll just get a silage additives tank on it. Yeah, it looks great. So let's just buy it. There you go. Perfect. All right, so that should be in the shop, and I guess we can go ahead and pick it up. Which tractor should we take? This one is the one with the mower. I guess we can take it with the Massey. Or where's the Valtra? I forgot where we kept our Valtra last time. Oh, okay. So the Valtra actually has the trailer here, and we don't really need it right now. So let's just get it. This Valtra is becoming my favorite. Alright, so let's go and just try to park this. Wonder where we can just park it. I guess we can just park it right here, really. So let's see if I can park this correctly. I'm getting better at this, I think. Voila. Alright, very good. Alright, so let's go and disconnect. Oh, let me attach this in first. There you go. Perfect. Alright, so let's get into our Alright. Wow, that was a steal of a buy. I'm very, very pleased with that purchase. So really, we're just waiting for a back mower, and we should be all set for our upcoming grass harvest. Alright, here we are at the shop. Oh, it's going to rain today, later on. But that doesn't really affect us much. It's going to matter when we actually are going to be making hay, because we have to make sure that we ted our grass and in time for a sunny day, so that way it dries well. Alright, so here we are. There's our forage wagon, our new one. Very nice. Let's see if we can back into it. Okay. Oh, that's not what I intended to do. There you go. Very good. Oh, it looks like it needs some repair, because, and that's not really something new because it's a used item. So let's go ahead and just try to repair it before we bring it home. And also, I was thinking, since we are thinking of doing the soil precision, or precision farming rather, into the new farmland that we have, that we just leased, thinking of actually customizing this Voltra in order to have the ice area monitor or sensor. So let's see what they can do for us. Alright, so let me see first. The Shrietmaker. I'm not really sure how to say it. Shrietmaker? Rapid. Alright, so let's see if we can repair it. 740. Do it now. There you go. And the Voltra. Alright, it's still good. But we can go ahead and try to customize it. If we can have the Ice Area Pro. Think it says it detects the real nitrogen demand of your crops. While driving with this sensor over your field, you'll get more precise information of the nitrogen. Okay, that's pretty good. Compared to Iceria Pro Active, this sensor can only be used at daytime. And how much is that? 14,000. My goodness. It's a lot of money. Let's see. I wonder if that's the Pro Compact. I wonder what the Pro Active actually costs. Look at what they sell. I think it's under miscellaneous. Pro Active is actually 23,900. I don't know. I might want to wait. Or maybe should I just get the 14,000? I'm trying to think here because we still have to buy a mower. And if it doesn't show up as a sale, we'll have to pay for it full price. And I think it was 25,000. Yes, 25,000. Oh, goodness me. Why is this so difficult? You know what? We might just go with the Proactive. I think that is a better option. The Compact Pro or the Pro Compact. I'm getting all mixed up. I think the Pro Active one is a bit much to deal with right now. So let's see. We're gonna go and actually we will get the Pro Compact. Sure. Okay. Alright, so I will have to change it to regular tires. They should not be charging us anything anymore for that. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna customize it. Yes, customize. Alright, perfect. Alright, so let's go ahead and connect everything again. Alright, very good. I think this one got this detached. Yep. Oh, come on. Perfect. Alright, very good. Good. Alright. That is that. Alright, so let's take this forage wagon home and then we'll get going with the field. Okay, so now let's pick up front loader tools. A pallet fork is only 1,700 and a bale spike is 600. I don't know if we can pick it up with a bale spike. We'll just get a pallet fork. I think that should be good. Alright, so let's buy that one. And then we can take it home with us. Eventually we'll need pallet forks anyway, because when we start like getting a lot of eggs, pallets of eggs, we'll need the fork to load it up to our truck. Alright, so as I was saying before, I almost killed the front loader tool. Giada and I were discussing about maybe getting rid or upgrading some of the equipment of Lorenzo's, and she is open to the option of upgrading the implements if I really need to upgrade them in order to make the farm workable again. But as far as the tractors, she still wants me to keep them for as long as I can, until maybe she might let me possibly exchange the, two of the tractors for a better one, but she's not sure yet which tractor she wants to let go. And so basically we have received a green light from Giada to go ahead and exchange some of the implements for a better upgrade if we really need to. It's just that she's still undecided when it comes to Lorenzo's tractors. So, and that's fine. That's fine. She has every right to feel that way. I mean, you know, she wants to hold on as much of Lorenzo's memory as she can, but she also mentioned that ultimately if it's between equipment and the farm, she really wants to be able to keep the farm, and because the farm is basically hers and Lorenzo's and will serve really as Lorenzo's memory more than any tractor could. So, but as far as we are concerned right now, the tractors are off limits. The implements, I can sell them, I can trade them if I want to, you know, for the betterment of the farm. But the tractors are off limits for now. So at least that's good. You know, that's some compromise right there. All right, so we're here finally. Let's fix our camera and let's go and pick up this pallet fork here, and then we can finally bring the rest of the silage additives back home. If I can just, let's see, hopefully I don't run it over just like I did the front loader arm. Okay, so we finally have okay, I think I figured this out. Let's see if we can get closer to the silage additive. Alright. Alright. I think it will hold. Alright, let's take this puppy home. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Alright, before we absolutely go home, let's go and stop at our field number 4, which is just right here. It's right next to the dairy. And let's assess what we can do for the field. I think there's a little space here, which is really nice for us to park at. Alright. Alright, so it has been limed. It looks like it has been cultivated as well. It still says the pH value is okay. We'll have to re-lime it again, I suppose. It says some parts are good and some parts are bad. I don't know. You might have to like re-lime it again and see if it's gonna need some more. It feels like it says okay. And the rocks don't seem to be that big, so I think we can just roll them like we did the other fields. Alright, so you know what? I don't think I'm gonna lime it. It's already been limed, so I think it's alright. Oh, nope. These parts are bad. Okay. Alright, so we'll have to lime it. Forget it. We'll have to lime it, and then And then we can, that's all, I think that's all we can do. Wait a second. Let me see how much. Yeah, and we'll have to fertilize it. All right, so we'll have to lime fertilize, and then finally we can seed and roll. And it's so close to our farm, just across the way from here. I'm just going to leave this here. We have a little bit of lime left over there, so that's good. All right. Just put this back where we found it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave this over here, where I'm going to clean it later, but much later, because it needs a good amount of washing. Whoa! We almost ran over the additives. Alright, I'm just gonna leave this here. It's good. Let's go get into here, and let's take out the other lime. Eventually, I will get better at this. Uh-oh. No? Alright, that's good. Goodness me. Maybe we'll put it at the top shelf. Perfect. Alright, now we have to go and get the rest of the lime. That's good enough. Alright, we're gonna hang on to it, and we'll just wait for our we'll just roll up with our fertilizer spreader over there. Where is my Voltra? Why doesn't want me to connect the PTO? There you go. There you go. Very good. Alright, so oh, we still have fertilizer in there. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, so we're gonna have to take off the fertilizer and put in the lime. So you know what? We're going to put the fertilizer like right here, and we're gonna just drive off to it. So let me just put it over here for now. We're going to dump it. I just dumped it. Okay. There's two of them in there and right in the middle. Alright. This back and forth with the lime and the fertilizer makes me want something that I wish we have in the farm. It is, I wish we have like an unloading and loading station of the different things that we need, like consumables like lime, fertilizer, and seeds. Instead of like keeping them on the shelf. However, that is a big installment trying to put that in our farm, and right now I don't know where we can even put that. That might be something that we'll have to tackle on later on, but right now I'm thinking about if we come across another fertilizer spreader, I might get a second one, just so we don't have to keep unloading the lime and reloading the fertilizer and all that stuff. And so we'll have one implement for fertilizer and one implement for lime. Obviously, if we find another one that's a fertilizer spreader, you know, then this one can handle lime, and if one can handle lime, and this one we can use for fertilizer. So let's order a big bag of fertilizer. I'm sorry, not fertilizer, lime. But actually, before we do that, I want to see exactly how much we need for that plot, so we're not guessing. So for the lime, it needs about 3,000 liters, and we now have 990. So we need 2,000 more. So we'll get 2 bags. I don't think we're going to need all of them because it's already pre-limed, but we do need to satisfy the requirement of precision farming. So we're just gonna get 2 bags, and hopefully that should be enough. And that would be 3,000 liters combined. Alright, here we go. Another one? Oh, I think we're too far from the other one. So let me back up a little bit. Okay, that's close enough. Alright. Very good. Off we go. Let's lime our field. And now that we have a sensor, it should tell us, it should dispense the proper amount, the appropriate amount of lime on the parts of the field that are bad or do not have enough. Alright, finally, here we are at the field. So let's see if it's going to let us detect. It should detect something now because we have our sensor on this one. Yes, it does detect it. So let me see if I can bring our map, and that should bring something out. Alright, so let's see if we can just turn on. Let's see if we can zoom out. So it's spreading lime. Alright, we can see in the mini-map on the bottom left that it's definitely covering the amounts, the parts that are deficient in lime. It's not a big plot, but it's definitely at least something. We can put some sorghum on it, and so we will have a much better supply of grains for the chickens, because eventually they will breed and they will grow in numbers. Here, this little bit piece here, I wonder if it's gonna take. Yeah, there you go. This wee bit piece over here. Very nice. And one little piece over here, and then we're done. Perfect. Alright. That's good. And we used up pretty much all of our lime, but it looks like there's a little bit left, and we covered the whole entire field. Perfect. Alright, so let's bring this back, and let's bring the fertilizer so that we can fertilize our field. Here we are. Okay, let me see if I can use the GPS. I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier. Okay. So I set our GPS, but I'm going to try to do one around. I think will be okay. So let's... Wow, so little bit left. Alright, so I'll be back. Let me go get some fertilizer from the shop, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I'm back with more fertilizer from the shop. I just got a 1,000-liter bag, and it started raining, as promised by our meteorologist. Oh my gosh, I can't say the word. Meteorologist. Alright, so let's get this done. There you go. Got this one patch here. Alright, very good. Oh, did I seriously miss that one? Actually I did not. I think it's just the one strange patch, but let's see if we can get the yeah, I think it's just sometimes it looks like it's not fertilized, but it is fertilized. But we are going to drive over them just in case anyway. Alright. looks like we just have this one little piece of field here that we did not get, but I'm gonna try to be very careful not to fall into the water. There you go. Alright, and we're fully fertilized. Perfect. Looks good. Alright, we have reached our target. Alright, so let's bring this back, and then we can finally seed our sorghum so that we can get that going. I don't know if it's going to require us to get another set of fertilizer once we sow our sorghum, because the only one that I have sown so far is grass, and really I did not have precision farming until the grass is already sown onto field number 1 and 15. So I'm curious to find out if the nitrogen requirement is going to, you know, it's going to go up again once seeds are sown into the field. But we'll find out. Let me just put this back, and let's get our seeder. Alright, we're finally got our seeder connected. Let's see if we can change the seeds for it. Let's see. Here we go. So we're gonna change the seed to sorghum. There you go. Perfect. So now we're gonna head back to our field. It's raining, but it's not much of a consequence for us. It's not really affecting us at all. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna go ahead and field the seed. Just let me go and just set up the GPS. Okay, so the GPS doesn't want to cooperate. I don't know what's going on. But we're gonna try to, as much as we can, to just seed in here. Alright, we are finishing up seeding our field number 4 with sorghum. As you can see, it's gotten really dark now. I have to turn on the lights. And that is because I think I need to get better with time management when it comes to doing things for the farm. It is now about 7:40 at night, but yet we are still not done with taking care of our fields. We still have to roll our field because we have to make sure that the seeds take in, and of course we want it to be a better, much better harvest than, for example, not. Oops, I think we are hitting the hedges there. Oh, I think we're stuck. Okay, we are going to power through this. As I was saying before the hedge problem, it will give us a better yield if we roll our seeds down into the ground, and also it will, we have to roll down the stones back into the soil. And really, I should not have taken care of bringing the silage additive earlier. That was a careless part of me, part of my day. I should have just taken care of the field first, knowing that I'm going to plant sorghum for today. All right, so let's just go and drop off the cedar just right here. We shall take care of it later. Actually, we can probably park it now. And in the future, we're gonna need a wider cedar than this. Okay. Apparently, I cannot park for the life of me. And now I'm really wasting more time than I can afford. So let's go and rent a roller, and then I'll meet you guys at the field. Alright, so we went ahead and leased a roller again from the store, from the shop. And this time, I think I'm gonna keep the roller with us because I feel like if we ended up having to lease another field again in order to grow some crops, we're gonna need this over and over and over. And with 2,000 euros upfront cost, I think it's more expensive not having it and keep on leasing it as opposed to like just having it. And we're only gonna use it for the amount of time that we're gonna need it for the field. So they usually would just charge us for operating hours. So I think we're just gonna keep this with us, and that way we can we it's a bit, I feel like it's gonna be a bit more cost efficient than not. All right, so let's go ahead. This should be a faster thing than seeding. And as I was seeding, oh my goodness, the ground is a little slippery because it just rained. But as I was seeding, I noticed that one of the first things that we do need to upgrade are really our implements, such as the plow, and definitely the seeder, because I feel like we're gonna be using the seeder way more than the plow. The plow it only needs to be used when our field needs to be plowed, and that's usually after maybe the third harvest. I think we have to turn this, or else we're gonna fall into the ditch. But for the most part, I think the seeder is really the one that we need to upgrade. We're gonna need it the most because we're gonna be planting crops all year round. If we ended up leasing more land to grow crops and to make money for the farm. And our cedar I think is only like maybe 3.5 meters wide, and it really is. This is a field that's really not that big, and it took me a long time to get it all seeded properly. And so I think the cedar really needs to be upgraded as soon as we can. If I find a better cedar on sale, I will definitely get that. So now we need to have the mower, we need to upgrade the cedar. A lot of things needs to happen and be taken care of and upgraded for the farm to be better functional than how it is right now. So I hope we don't. Oh, we almost did not make it for that lamp. Okay. This is alright. We are almost at a turn here. Let's just turn this way because I totally missed these rocks over here. And another thing is that any project that we need to do, I think if it involves the fields, we need to do the fields, because look at this. You can barely see anything right now. I can barely see anything. We have all our lights functioning right now and turned on, and yet it is still dark. And so I think this is a lesson learned. Really, if you're running a farm, if I, I need to be more conservative with what I do with my time. So, for the next time, fields first before anything else. So, I did learn that today, because I am not a fan of night farming. I know you can do it. I mean, some people are just more, better suited to farm at night. But for me, I need to be able to see what I'm doing. I mean, there are lights. I agree. But this is really not my cup of tea. Also, while we're trying to get this fields rolled, another thing that I mentioned to Giada is that I told her about those greenhouses that I've seen that are up for sale. And I told her that, come winter time, that would be a nice way to make income for the farm while the crops are, not or growing. If it's wheat or barley, they're still like growing through the winter, or while the fields are, not in use. And we need to keep the income going in order to, keep the farm afloat. And she agreed. She agreed. Definitely a greenhouse would be a good option to have. And I told her that it's not just the tomatoes and the lettuce. I forgot now. I think it's cabbage and lettuce. And did we see a tomato, or was it strawberry? I can't remember now. But yeah, definitely a greenhouse would be nice. And those eucalyptus plants and the bonsai bonsai trees, I think they're a good kind of money. But Giada is not very familiar with them. So she recommended that if we are going to start up a greenhouse business on top of the farm and the cows, I think I would start with the vegetables, because it's something that we are familiar with, which is, it's a sound judgment coming from her. I really don't know how long the trees would grow. I'm pretty sure it's longer than the vegetables, and well, there's also the flowers, which I think is going to be a seasonal thing. So probably grow them during the winter, and I'm thinking that in the springtime there would be more, like in the better price. So I think flowers too, that's easy to consider. But I think vegetables are a safe way to do it before anything else, really. Alright, so we're almost done here with the rolling. Thank goodness. This is 12.5 meters wide, so compared to our measly cedar that's like, I think it's only 3 meters wide and stuff. So yeah, this is good. And it's about 9:22 now at night. This is a long day, but it's a productive day. We'll be paying for the lease for this land for the weeks to come, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Alright, so that's that. I finished rolling the field, and I'm gonna just take it back to the farm, and pretty much that's about it. And thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully our grass will be grown by then, so we can start making silage. Until then, have a good day, good night, and wherever you are. And this is Miyumyu signing out. See you next time. Bye!